Help for expats with immigration in Morelia. Do you need help getting an immigration visa in Mexico? Do you live in Morelia or Patzcuaro? Do you live anywhere in the United States or Canada and you need help with your Mexico immigration visa? If you answered yes to one or all of these questions, then this is the video you want to see. You can get help with our special guest, Rosie. Rosie lives here in Morelia, and she is a walking, talking wealth of information concerning immigration. Rosie can help you with immigration, translation, finding housing, or even health care, and more. While we have many more videos to come with Rosie discussing those issues, this video is all about immigration. You can find all of Rosie's contact information in the description below. You can also find Rosie's information at the top of our FAQs page. That's billthegeek.org/FAQs, and you will see her contact information with her email address, her website, and more at the top of the FAQ page. Introducing the one, the only Rosie. Hello, Rosie. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Bill. How are you?
Now that you're here, I'm perfect. Oh my gosh. And how are you doing this fabulous day today?
I'm just blessed and happy to be alive. Yes.
So I understand that you help people. We're in Morelia, Mexico. We're not in Mazatlan anymore. We're not in Guadalajara.
Yes.
So I understand you help people with immigration in the Morelia area. Where do these people come from? Are they Americans? Are they Canadians? Are they from Venezuela? What kind of immigration? Well, who are the people that you help?
Okay, I want to start saying that I do work here in Morelia, but also in the Patzcuaro area. So my clients are all over, Michoacan, let's say it that way. My clients are mainly from USA, from the States, and also from Canada. So, but I have also people that I have been helping that is from China. I have a group of Chinese people, and all over the world though. The people that is willing to relocate in the Michoacan area, and those are the clients I have. So, but mainly people from the United States and Canada, yes.
And when you say you help them, these people from all over the world with immigration, what do you need a visa to live in Mexico, and what kind of visas do you help them with? I've heard of the tourist visa, the 1-year visa. What visas do you help people with?
Okay, there is different types of visas. Okay, the regular one and the mainly one that I help with is the visa from people that is willing to relocate, that they are permanent or temporal residents, okay? And in that case, they start the procedure in the States at the Mexican Consulate. Then they have six months to come, down here. And then after that, would you have 30 days to do the exchange of the visa. So mainly those are the easy and most common visas. But we also have people that is, we have regularization, we have family visas, we have many different types, because at this point immigration has the program of the regularization, where if you have not been regular in the country since 2022 and behind, you can have your status regularized, and then we can just do, without needing to go to the States, we can do the procedure here. If you are married to a Mexican, or if you have and if you are the parents of these kiddos, younger below 18 years old, then you can also apply for the family visa. So those are, I want to say that those kind of visas, those type of visas are the regular ones that I work with, but there are many other ones. But yeah, and we always work with them. We have humanitarian visas that now they're not current, but I also help many people, having the humanitarian visas. And also, when you are here, over 6 months, we also have a procedure where we can extend that 6 months, but there are exceptions because this is no longer, available the way that it was when we have this pandemic thing going on. But now we can also work things out if in very specific cases. So each person has a very personal type of visa, and we can work with them, but we need to I need to know exactly which is the situation. So yes, those are the kind of visas that I help with.
Please leave a comment, tell us what you think. And if you know somebody that needs help with immigration in Mexico, click the share button. And why not click the like button? Okay, now, from what I understand, to get a 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year permanent visa, it's very expensive. You have to show proof of income, and depending on what consulate you go to in the United States, the prices will be different.
Yes.
Are you aware of the different consulates in the United States and where it's best to initiate your paperwork?
Yes. I will say that in Texas, I do work a lot with Laredo, the Mexican consulate in Laredo, and they are very flexible. Let's just put it that way. and also, the people of Phoenix, Arizona, they are also really good with my clients. And I mean, I'm always trying to get appointments. And starting with the appointment, I need to mention that it's sometimes not easy to get it. So this is one of the services I provide. So what I do is I get you the appointment, and then of course we need to gather all the paperwork they request. And then after that, you have your appointment, and is when everything starts, having the 6 months to come down. But the important thing that you just mentioned, yes, every year they are raising their financial requirements, and of course, it's a lot of money. But now that the dollar exchange rate is improving a little bit, they're going down a little bit because of course we're always working, exchanging the pesos to the dollars. So at this point, I think that is an advantage there. But also it's important to know that if you are not retired, okay, you won't get the permanent residency, okay? Only the people that is retired and they can prove with the Social Security, income. And if you can prove that, then you will be able to get the permanent residency. But if you are, if you are still working, most likely what they will offer you is the temporal. And of course, to get the permanent residency, there are 2 ways of getting it at the Mexican consulate. Because of your monthly income, which you will need to prove 6 months of that income, which right now it's about 4,000 US in this 2024. And the permanent residency, it's about, you need to prove an income, monthly income of 7,000, which is a lot of money. But there are other ways of, maybe proving that you have savings, that you have, another kind of an income or that you can prove for 12 months. And I think that way is easier. I don't have the amounts right now in my mind, but of course I'm always happy to help, and I can advise you how to do. And there is also more ways of helping you to maybe whenever you are here in Mexico and you do the conversion of if you exchange your visa for your temporal, there is certain things that we can do to get you the permanent residency. But of course, that is something that I do, and I work to see if you are eligible. And if you are, of course, I will advise you. I don't know if that makes some sense, but it's important because I just helped this week a guy that came from the States, from Texas, Houston, and he's 35 years old. But when he applied in the Houston Mexican Consulate for his temporal, he got the temporal. But since he got it because of the financial status, I mean, for his savings accounts and all that, and not for the monthly income, I was able to get him the permanent residency. And this is something really good, and it's very interesting. So I'm happy to help.
Okay. Now, well, I've heard about a program. I don't know if you can still do this, but like, okay, you come down here, you get a tourist visa, and you stay for a week, and then there's this program where if you let your visa expire, and if you have been to Mexico before in certain years, well, then you can get a visa without showing any financials at all. Is that true?
It is, but that is the regularization.
Okay.
If you have been in Mexico before, and is what I was mentioning, and the 2022 and behind, and you come and you have the way of getting your permit, your FMM. If you
That's
get
your tourist visa.
Yes, the tourist visa. Sorry, yes, the tourist visa. And if that gets expired, then we can see if you are eligible to get it. But this is the important thing. Whenever you're coming this as a tourist, the permit, it needs to be expired. So you need to be careful whenever you're coming to make sure that you're not getting the 180 days, because many people, they are not willing to stay 180 days. And as you mentioned, 1 week, yes. In the case that the FMM, your tourist visa, is for 7 days, then if expires after those 7 days, we can apply. But it needs to be expired.
Okay.
So if you're just coming for 1 month and they gave you at the entrance as a tourist 180 days, you won't be able to do it because it's not expired.
You'd have to wait 180 days.
Yeah, 180 days. So it must be expired. That is important. So what I advise my clients in this situation, which is the regularization, is to please let the people at immigration, the officer, when you're crossing or arriving in the airport, to let them know, I'm just coming for a weekend. And it may work out. They may tell you, okay, so they just give you a month, maybe 30 days. So it's easier to wait 30 days than 180 days to get it expired.
Okay. We have a new Facebook group. It's called Mexico Expats Living in Mexico. Build Dallas, Lewis. Come and join. We're growing slowly. Leave your comments, ask your questions, and share your information about the joys of living in Mexico. Now, I've also heard that with the new president, Claudia, that she wants to increase the minimum wage. And I've heard that the Mexican minimum wage somehow, that money...
It's linked with the...
Yes, with the solvency.
Yes, that
rates.
Is completely true.
Is that anything to think about? Do you think that's going to have any effect in the future? So solvency, or the money that you need to get in, will go down? What do you think about that?
I think that it will be an issue because, of course, when you go to the Mexican consulate, they do the math, with the minimum wage versus the dollar, the dollar exchange rate. And of course, if our minimum wage, it raise, okay, of course, you will have to now prove more money to be able to come to get the visa. But there are, I think that this is my guess, okay? This is I think that the Mexican consulates, they have also a criteria.
What is that?
A criteria.
What is that?
They know how to treat certain people. If they are seeing a person that is retired, and they are requesting maybe the 4,000 or 7,000 U.S. income monthly, okay? I think that I have, for example, the experience in Laredo where this lady, which is the consul, Sandra, she does all the time, she says, okay, I saw this person that you sent us, Rosie, and I know that that person can be living in Morelia or in Patzcuaro without being any kind of a problem for the Mexican government, that he won't be requiring any kind of help from the government. And she says, so even though he was short in that amount, we gave him the visa so he can get the resident card.
Okay.
Am I making sense?
Yes.
So but this is not happening in California. I have clients that they said, okay, Rosie, we went to California, to San Diego.
To the consulate.
To the consulate. And yes, to the consulate, thank you. And for $10, because we were short, yeah, that is true. And then as when I told them, okay, well, you don't go to Laredo, and because Laredo, it's easier. And they got it over there. So I think that at a certain point, yes, it will affect the minimum wage versus the dollar, price. But that is why I'm always suggesting some places to go and get it done in certain places.
And when you say places, you mean states?
I mean states, I mean specific Mexican consulates that, like I do really recommend Phoenix, Arizona. I do recommend Laredo, Texas. And I also will say that with the Houston, Texas, that I think that there are 3 places that they are really good to go, and that you don't have to live in that state to be able to get your visa. Because some Mexican consulates require your address in that same state, so you will be able to go and get the visa. If not, they won't let you go there.
Oh, okay.
And Laredo, Phoenix, and Houston, they do not require that. You don't have to live in that state. Am I making sense?
Yes, and that was a silly question that I had. And my question was, well, for you to help someone, maybe they want to get a visa, they want to get the right visa in Mexico, but they live in Boston. But can somebody in Boston call you and you can help them, and maybe you can hook them up with the consulate in Phoenix?
Yes, that is the answer. They can call me. Actually, I have people from another countries. I have these 2 guys that they came from England, and I help them, and now they are living in Erongaricuaro.
In where?
In Erongaricuaro, which is close to Patzcuaro.
It's north of Patzcuaro.
It's the north of Patzcuaro.
Okay.
And yes, you can. I can help you. I have 2 clients now from Spain that I'm also, helping. And that is, I can advise you, and I can help everyone all over the world.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to have your contact information in this video. Speaking of immigration, and we'd like to close this down now, but what did I not ask you that I should have asked you that people should be thinking about before they approach the immigration process? What did I leave out?
Okay. I will say that we most likely will cover the whole thing, but it's important now, because this is just happening this week at immigration. From the 23rd, which is next Monday, and on, now they're working.
And this today is September the 19th.
Okay, yes.
2024.
Yes, okay. It's Thursday and on Monday, they start working with appointments, which Now, in order for us to be able to go to the immigration and do any procedure, we need to make an appointment. So it's important to know that if you're coming from the States to do your exchange of your visa, in the past I used to tell you, okay, just arrive today and tomorrow we will go and we will get it done in one day. And it's how it worked, but now we have to make the appointment, so it's important that if you're planning to come and do your exchange, the visa exchange, make sure that we have the appointment so you will have the time, the length of time that we need, because now that is changing, and it's important to advise you to please plan ahead and make sure that we have the appointment. And of course, anything that you need, I will be happy to help you.
Well, thank you very much, Rosie.
My pleasure.
Okay.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye. We go live every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time. Come join us. I've been living in Mexico 20 years. Ask questions, leave comments, and join the family and the fun. Thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you, Rosie, for sharing all of that information with us. We have many more videos to come with Rosie as she tells us about housing, translation, hospitalization, and more. Anyway, we have many more videos to come. Click that subscribe button and we'll see you in the next video.